we're back. Don't know how long we're gonna be back, but we're back. And I had to discontinue my previous live chat because the screen had gone dark. I had received a call from my cousin Bonnie. Those calls are very important to me. And Bonnie is precious beyond precious. Precious beyond precious. Please pray for Bonnie. I know I do, and I know Bonnie prays for me, and she prays for all of you too. She's so gifted and so precious, and we're a lot alike. Are we a lot alike? Oh, are we so much alike? And she's going through a rough patch herself right now, as I am. So keep Bonnie in your prayers. Oh, so good morning, everyone, once again. Sorry I had to discontinue the previous live stream, but like I said, I was seeing a black screen. I knew that some of you were watching, and I couldn't see if you could see what I was seeing, and I couldn't see any chat. And without the chat, then I'm just talking to a phone. So nobody's watching at the moment. We're going to go ahead and just stay still and listen to the birds and focus on the dawning new day. And you can see the clouds off in the distance and the screen in the distance. And Chunkaroo says, good morning. Yeah, we're just doing the dawn thing. How are you, Chunkaroo? How are things where you are? Oh, I'm trying to remember. Where is it you're at down there? Yeah, Chunkaroo says that they're getting ready for work. Any plans for me today? Well, right now, this is it. Been kind of a struggle this morning. But yeah, I managed to make it outside for the morning meditation. Yeah. Okay, you're up in upstate New York. So you're an hour ahead of me. Your sun's already up. And Pippa's come aboard and wants to know what my real fruit is. Do I have to pick one? And Chunkaroo says, I'm hoping the rain hold off so I can take the bike to work. Are you talking about bicycle or motorcycle, Chunkaroo? And Pippa asks, pick two. Okay, I'll pick two. Oranges and apples. How's that? Love them both. Can't eat very many, but I still love them. And that's just the top of the list. Pretty much any fruit in front of me, it's just manna from heaven. And Chunkaroo's going to be riding the motorcycle to work. Be careful out there, Captain. Please don't become a statistic. Too many people don't see motorcycles. You know what I'm talking about, right? Oy vey. Ooh. And Pippa says, you can never go wrong with apples. I had apple juice for breakfast. Oh, yeah. I can remember having apple juice for breakfast. I can't do it anymore because there's too much sugar in it. But, oh, just thinking about it, I remember the taste. Oh. And Chunkaroo makes the remark that people are always in such a huge rush. Oh, isn't that the truth? And right now it looks like 6 of you are aboard. And thank you very much for the likes. We always appreciate the likes. And remember, these chats this morning, whenever I come online and there's a chat, it's really about you. It's not about me doing this. The one I did earlier, some people trolling, and I ended up talking more about me and my situation than talking about you. Thank God you're all here. Truly. Thank the Heavenly Monarch and the Lord and the Admiralty that you're all here. Much love back to you. Much love. Yeah. And I can hear the sound of people here starting to start about their day. It looks like a grain truck. I don't know if you can hear it. You can hear the grain truck as it goes south on Whittle Avenue. Who knows what he's going to be hauling today. It looked like a grain truck, but they could be hauling rock, they could be hauling coal, they could be hauling sand, they can haul just about anything in that type of a truck that went by. It was a bucket. And Pippa says, "You sound like a really cool dad, and as someone who grew up without one, it fills me with joy. Your voice is very dad-like." Well, Pippa, I can kind of understand where you're coming from. My old man wasn't around much when I was a kid. And, my dad voice and my carriage just comes from above. I don't know how else to put it. I'd like to think that maybe I could have been a dad at one point, but it wasn't meant to be. So I'm just kind of like a harbor pilot, I guess, and we're in this harbor together in a moment. If you think about the moment we're sharing right now on the live and on the chat, and yeah, harbor pilots just kind of come aboard and guide things. They offer suggestions to captains, and you're a captain, and it sounds like you got everything under control, at least from what I can see in the chat. So you're doing good. And, you do have a dad. Sometimes dads come in kind of odd shapes and sizes. We call those dads mentors, typically. I've been blessed to have a great many. And Pippa's asked, do I have cats or dogs? Those are like children to me. I don't have currently, but I have in the past. They weren't like children to me as much as they were companion animals. They helped keep company. And I was very, very appreciative and very, very blessed to have their companionship. And thank you, Pippa. I appreciate you too. And young Heafy is checked in, and I'm reading their remark here. And I don't quite understand what young Heafy is trying to say. And Chunkaroos sounds like they're going to head out. So prayers be with you, Chunkaroo. Good luck and Godspeed in your day. And we hope to see you around town. And no, actually, Chunkaroo, you didn't miss anything. I missed the last couple of sunsets myself. There were no sunset videos last couple of days, so you didn't miss a thing. I don't even know if there's going to be one tonight. But yeah, miss you too. So yeah, so Chunkaroo's shoving off. God be with him, and God be with all you. And Alex says hi. And Pippa says that they're going to go feed their kitty breakfast. I hope your day is wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Pippa. You be sure and give that kitty cat a big pet for me, and don't forget to, scratch that little button by the tail so the tail goes up in the air. Yeah. So how are you doing this morning, Alex? Love back at you, Pippa. Love back at you. Seeing if Alex can text back in. I think you guys might be able to hear other trucks and vehicles starting to fire up. If I turn the camera and we can look down the street, you can maybe see the headlights of one coming. It could be our garbage truck. Today is our garbage day. Could be Tony the garbage man coming around. You never know. He might actually show up and be on the video too. We'll just have to see. And Alex has put up an image of a strawberry. And News 43 with JR's come aboard. Hi, JR. Good to see you again. How are you doing this morning? How are things in New Jersey? We're just enjoying a beautiful sunrise. I'm going to swing the camera this way again. If you look over there, you can see the sunlight starting to shine under the clouds. I hope it's as beautiful for all of you as it is for me in this moment. Yeah. And Alex looks like he's in a good mood. JR says everything's good in Jersey. Fantastic. Fantastic. Yeah, and it does look like it's the garbage truck coming. So we'll see how they start their circuit. They come at us in different directions here. And if he comes at us the way I think he's going to, and I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see this, I've got to move because I'm too close to the garbage can. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to actually say hi to Tony this morning because, like I said, I'm having to use this walker rollator thing. And I'd have to go out in the street and over the curb and all that stuff, and I don't want to present a hazard. So there we go. There we go. So don't worry about me. I'm just going to go ahead and turn around here for a second. I might have to set you down where you're staring at the sky or the seat for a second. And then I'm just going to move a little bit so Tony can get at the garbage can without having to worry about knocking me over. So stand by, and I'll be right back. I'm going to turn the camera around. You're going to have to look at my ugly mug for a second, and then you get to look at the sky as I move this thing around. So bear with me. Oh, ouch. Oh, what a beautiful dawn. Okay. Oh. Just bear with me a moment. I gotta get my ducks in a row. I'm not as fast as I used to be. Believe me, and I was slow to begin with. Ask anybody around here. They'll tell you, yeah, Bruno, he's slow. Oh, really slow. Well, it actually looks like the garbage truck turned, but I am going to reposition ourselves just a little bit so we can stare down the street or move a little bit and maybe see a little bit more of the sunrise. Hope you guys don't mind. There's a lot of trees here, so we got to kind of look through things. Oh, let's see here. And really, I need to dip my flags. I haven't dipped my flags in several days, but I'm not going to do it right now. I used to, but usually I do my mornings by myself. This time I thought I'd ask y'all to come aboard. Okay, let me get turned back around and set in this thing. I'm sorry about having to wince and everything, but my hip is really giving me fits. That's just the way it is, getting to be an old fart. Oy. Okay, so let's flip this thing around. Ow, 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 ow. Whew. Getting old ain't for sissies. Okay, now, if you look down there, you can see the light under those clouds. You can see the dawn starting to break. Oh, it's gorgeous from what I can see. I wish you could see it in the detail that I can. Yeah. And JR says, over here in New Jersey, it's sunny, but it's supposed to rain later at 5 p.m. Yeah, I actually don't even know what our weather forecast is. And then if you look over here, you can see a bit of a bright. But if you, and what I can see looking through the trees is I can see the light shining and touching the tops of some of the clouds and the bottoms of others. So it's really beautiful. And then if you look over this way, and this is looking more towards the northwest, you can see the line of clouds right there. Whoops, I'm sorry. Right there. See that line between the blue sky above, which is all up here, and then the clouds up there. And weather typically runs like that right along US 40 or Interstate 70, the national road. It's really fascinating how weather works here in Illinois. But yeah, so there you are. And thanks, JR. I appreciate your thoughts. Yeah, this has been hanging with me for a while. I'm hoping it's just bursitis in my hip, but my gosh, that can hang on for months. I've had it before, and it's quite debilitating. I don't know how long this is going to hang, and it's wicked. It is really wicked. And Alex says it's 6:35, so a.m. Okay, thanks for the check-in. So you're on the Eastern time zone. Okay. So we know where Alex is. It's just now coming up on 5:35 here where I am. I'm in the Central time zone. And you never know where everybody checks in from. People from all over the world can check in. I mean, right now in Great Britain, it's 10:35. They've already had their morning break, and it's hot over there. I don't know if you guys have seen the news, but yeah, they're under the heat dome that we had last week. And it's rough for them. Boy, they're setting records over in Britain. All through Europe, it's in the 100-degree Fahrenheit range. It is just brutally hot in Europe right now. Prayers for them. Prayers for them. Yep. Yeah. Yes, Alex, a minute has passed. It is now 6:36. Maybe you can hear more vehicles starting to fire up. Could be the trucking company or the farm service company that's just to the north of me. They're starting to get busy. So it's starting to get noisy, which is typical around here. To catch those quiet moments, boy, you really got to keep crazy hours. And Alex put up an emoji. I can't quite make out what it is. Almost looks like something maybe Oh, like they're having tea. Yes. And then another emoji. I can't quite make out what it is, but yeah, emojis are cute. Maybe the rest of you can and tell us what the emojis mean. You go ahead and enter that into the chat. Just because I'm dumb as a box of rocks doesn't mean that everybody who watches this thing is, right? Yeah. Big smile from Alex. So to be perfectly honest here, I think I'm going to be on for about another maybe 5-8 minutes because I'm going to have to get to my breakfast. Hope you don't mind, folks. Don't mind. So I don't know what you guys are all going to have for breakfast. I know that, let me see here. Let me go back for a second. I think it was Pippa was having or had mentioned having apple juice. Pippa had apple juice this morning. I don't know who else might have mentioned what they're having for breakfast. Oh, it sounds like an airplane. Let's see if we can see that. Give them a wave. There they are, way up there. Oy! I don't know if you can see them. A little dot right there. See it? Let me get my thumb out of the way, it'll focus on it again. What a beautiful morning to go flying. Just poking along, hanging up there, watching the sunrise. Beautiful thing if you've ever done it. I actually never have, but I've flown enough in small airplanes that I can imagine what it's like. Oh, hang on a second, let me sit back down. Aye. And JR had ice cream for breakfast. Okay. What kind of ice cream? What flavor was it? Now you got me curious, JR. Come on. Fess up. What flavor? If you have a split chocolate and vanilla. Well, can't go wrong there. You can't hardly go wrong with ice cream at all, except for I can't have it anymore because I'm diabetic. But it's always fun. It's always fun to reminisce. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to have my standard croissant. Actually, it's not my standard croissant. My standard croissant is sausage and egg and cheese. Well, when I went to the store last, they didn't have any sausage, egg, and cheese croissants. I didn't really feel like biscuits, so I grabbed a bacon, egg, and cheese croissant, which is less filling, but it's got the egg, and I need the egg because I'm diabetic. So there we go. And Alex had cookies ice cream. That's cool. Cookie dough or cookies broke up in it, or yeah. I don't know if I've ever had ice cream for breakfast. So News 43 with JR says, what are you doing for your 4th of July? Well, gee whiz, I haven't recovered from Canada Day yet. My gosh, that was the first, and I didn't even put up a video on Canada Day till it was too late and I forgot about it. Oy. Yeah. 4th of July? I don't know. It largely depends on how I feel. How my hip's acting up and how much rest I get during the day and stuff like that. Because I'm be honest with you, I'm going through a lot of pain, and that throws me off. Back in the day, I used to just sit out back and watch the fireworks at the park. You could actually see them across the meadow and the trucking company and all that. And there were some other people in the area, and they'd light off fireworks kind of closer nearby. And those were fun to see. But to be perfectly honest, I'm getting old. A lot of times I turn in just about the same time the fireworks start up. And I listen to them as I fall asleep. I know what they are. I've seen them. I can close my eyes and kind of imagine what they look like, and I've seen some beautiful ones. And here's the crazy thing. I don't know if you guys have ever done this or have ever been able to see it. I always pray for it to be overcast on the evening of the 4th of July. Because if you've ever seen fireworks at night and they're backlit by the clouds, heavens to Murgatroyd, is that worth staying up for. So, if we get that if we get a low overcast, like a ceiling around, say 1,500 feet, I'm going to try and stay up. And I'm going to try and do a video. Okay? Might not be a sunset video on 4th of July. But if the weather's right, I'll try for that. Can't promise you nothing, but I'll try for that. How's that by you guys? Would that work? Gee, I think that's tomorrow. I think. Yeah, tomorrow. So News 43 JR said, you should rest and go eat your breakfast. Yeah, you're probably right. Of course, the squirrels just came out. Robins are starting to poke at their breakfast too. Sun ain't quite over the horizon yet. I think Alex is either in agreement with JR or yeah, he wants to see the fireworks. Could be both. But it's 5:45. Yeah, should go with the flow. So, boys and girls, ladies and jaggle-funks, I think that's going to be it. I'll take one scan back around so you can see the pre-dawn light, although it's probably getting really close to breaking over the horizon. And yeah, JR, I think we're going to wrap it up. So here we go, everybody. You all have a great day. Too. Have some fun, but stay safe. Remember to be kind and respectful. Self-depreciating humor is always a good thing. It's always good to laugh at ourselves before we try laughing with anybody else. Gotta set the tone. And until next time, good luck and Godspeed. And I'll flip it around. Like I said, good luck and Godspeed. And I hope to see you all around town real soon.